What is up, everybody? It's October something or other. And I am back, kinda, sorta. Basically, I'm here today to say hello, and as most of you might know, I took a bit of a break from YouTube. Had my pal C-Snacks, Chris C-Snacks Clark, hopping in the spotlight for me. Not for me, just in addition, trying some new things. I think if you've been around long enough here on Hot for Food, you know that it's always evolving. It is always changing. You know, I change kitchens, I change boyfriends, I change, I don't really change hairstyles. My hair's mostly been the same from the beginning. But anyway, yeah, you know, not gonna make a big deal out of this. I feel like it's very casual. The reason I decided to just make a video today is because I got up early to shoot a television segment for the Maryland Dennis show, and it was all set up. My makeup was on, and I had a recipe ready to share with you, basically. So I thought I would just get back here and share it with you. We're not doing anything complicated today, but I do want to set this up as this is kind of going to be a new segment that I want to share with you on the channel. Quite frequently, I think, from now until when my new book comes out. So my second cookbook is coming out March 16th, 2021. I know it seems far away. It's really not. It's like right around the corner. And it's called Hot for Food All Day. Maybe you saw me reveal the cover on social media. Maybe you hung out with me live that day that I did that in September. Either way, here's the brand new cookbook. I'm very excited about it. It's easy recipes to level up your vegan meals. And so that's what I want to do on the channel pretty much until the book comes out, is show you how to level up leftovers from things that already exist in the Hot for Food archives. It's almost just like a leveled up recipe. What I'm hoping is that all y'all out there will leave comments on what you want to level up from either hotforfoodblog.com or Vegan Comfort Classics, my first cookbook. Anyways, so that's what I want to share, how to level up your leftovers with Hot for Food recipes. So leave your suggestions below. I'll show you what to do with it, maybe one, maybe even two, maybe even three more times. I can take it to 3 times, guys. I've done it before. What I have here in front of me is the pumpkin cheese fondue. You know this recipe from hotforfoodblog.com. It is a pumpkin cheese dip or fondue, very cheesy sauce with dippers like this, and you dip your bread or your chips or your pretzel rods or whatever in there. You have yourself a little fun fondue party. It's a little smoky, cheesy. It's got cashews in there, it's got vegan cheddar in there, and roasted pumpkin. So that recipe, if you recall, we roast this little pie pumpkin, we scoop some of it into the blender, we put all the stuff in here, find that recipe linked below, we blend it into a sauce. This makes about 3 cups of cheese sauce. This is the kind of thing that you want to blend until it's very, very smooth. So if you're using a high-powered blender like the Vitamix, you'd obviously know to run it till it's nice and velvety, a smooth, creamy sauce. Then you can level up the leftovers by making this creamy pumpkin spaghetti pasta. It's garnished with roasted walnuts, fresh sage, ground pepper, and vegan parmesan, and that recipe is on hotforfoodblog.com. It looks delicious. It's so warm. Now I just poured the sauce on. You could also, when you're heating up the sauce, just throw the cooked pasta in and coat it all, like I said. If you want to add a little bit of pasta water from cooking it, you can do that too, but it doesn't need it. It actually turns out once you heat the sauce, it's quite velvety and thinned out anyway. Or it's thick, but it doesn't necessarily need to have pasta water in it, but it might be your personal preference to do that. What we're gonna do is go to level 3 today, and I'm gonna show you how to make this pumpkin chowder using the leftover roasted pumpkin bowl. I haven't heated the cheese sauce up yet, but that's fine. It doesn't need to be. It can either be the leftover already heated, or it can just be freshly made. And I don't know how much chowder we're making, but let's say you're gonna be using leftover sauce. You'd only have maybe a cup left. Now this is if you don't make the pasta. Let's just say you make the fondue and you want to go right to chowder. You'll figure it out. You need a cup of sauce, and then we need more of this pumpkin. So scoop out your pumpkin. There's 2 cups of pumpkin here. Once I scoop out the bowl, you know what I'm gonna put in this is some kale that I have in the fridge. Kale and everything. I'm kind of thinking along the lines of, you know, my corn chowder recipe. Yeah, we're gonna blend this. The 2 cups of pumpkin, the leftover 1 cup of sauce, a little bit of this chicken flavored vegan bouillon. It is about a teaspoon, maybe 1.5 teaspoons. I have like remnants left in here. Now, this doesn't matter if you don't have this, but I just had a little bit of the onion, leek, and garlic that you rub in the roasted pumpkin. I still have some prepped from the segment that I did. So anyway, I also think I have so many more leeks in the fridge and onions, so I think we'll just cut that up, saute that in the pot, and leave those chunks in there. More nutmeg I'm gonna put in here. Let's go with another 1/8 of a teaspoon just to start. I have fresh sage, but I'm gonna just use a little bit of dried. So let's do a 1/4 teaspoon dried sage. And then let's go with a 1/4 teaspoon of ground pepper as well. Let's start with 2 cups and then see what happens. That looks about right though. I kind of just realized I'm basically retiring recipe because level up is the recipe, but it just sounds cleaner. It's a little better marketing. And it's what we used in the new cookbook, Hot for Food All Day, because I couldn't really do recipe because only like you hardcore Hot for Foodies actually know what that is. But if I'm trying to capture new people, it's kind of hard to like relay the tone in writing. And so I don't know, like a while ago I remember I wanted to call it, you know, the idea of level up as a term is sort of, I guess it became a little bit trendy. Everyone kind of uses it for everything, like level up your, you know, your skills, your spirituality, like all that type of thing. So I really wanted to use that term. And originally I wanted the full, like the main title of the book to have that in it. But anyway, it all worked out. I really like the name of my book and it works in the subtitle. So now I'm gonna call it Level Up instead of Recipe. So this is probably the last time you may hear me say that. You'll have to watch the old videos, guys. Now we're leveling up our leftovers. Looks good to me. So we've got about 6 cups of, what do you call it, broth or whatever. Let's taste it now. You know, it will benefit from being heated because we haven't heated anything, but it's the perfect thickness. Tastes like chowder to me. Tastes like exactly what I want to eat right now. So I think I'm gonna put in this kale, leek, onion, maybe some corn, because I just feel like corn goes with this. I guess we'll do some fresh sage. Oh, I have celery and carrots too. Oh, great, look, we have everything to make a chowder. Kale. I think the little green flecks will be nice in it. Ooh, I even have half a shallot. I think shallot would be a nice taste. So heat up a large stock pot or a Dutch oven. This is a Dutch oven, one of those sort of cast iron deep pots. They're very handy for soups and stews. They're very handy for deep frying. In case you didn't know what a Dutch oven was, the technical term, not the jokey term. All right, so I'm gonna put in about 2 tablespoons of vegan butter. So let the butter melt. And then once you see the butter start to sizzle, you can add the first ingredients. So here I have shallot, leek, carrot, and celery. And I have all the measurements. Everything's on hotforfoodblog.com. You don't need to stir it too much. Just let it start sizzling and then coat it in the butter. And then you really only want to stir it occasionally to cook through for a few minutes. So soups, chowders, stews, whatever, are those things that like really, I'm a big believer in almost like you don't even need a recipe. I mean, once you get the hang of sort of building flavors, it's always pretty much the same. I do have a lot of soup recipes. I have quite a few in Vegan Comfort Classics, and I have a couple in the bonus ebook from that in 2018 called Even More Vegan Comfort Classics, and I've got a few recipes on hotforfoodblog.com as well. It's an easy way to use up bits and bobs of things that you have, like kind of what we're doing. You might remember early in quarantine times in the spring, I made a easy pasta and then I turned it into pasta soup. Similar idea here. Now we're going from dip to soup. So I'm still on just like a medium high here. This type of cast iron pot gets very hot, so you'll just adjust as you go. You don't want anything to burn. So this is essentially the base of most soups, if not all soups. Usually it's onion, celery, carrot. I did shallot and leek instead of onion. Same, very flavorful. You're building a base of flavor here. You want it to get softer, slightly kind of translucent, like the shallot and the leek. I think I want a little bit of dry thyme here. All right, I'm doing more like 5-6 minutes here. All right, so I've got frozen corn kernels. I'm gonna add that in now. They're kind of already partially thawed. You can throw them in thawed or frozen, doesn't matter. Now don't stir this much. You just, maybe you can get some color on the corn. For instance, whenever I say to like, just let something sit in a cast iron pan and not touch it, it's to get browning on it, right? To get color on it, caramelization. Whereas if you just keep stirring it, it's just gonna steam, releasing the water, putting steam in the pan. Just a little tip. Let's heat up this base, this broth we have. Oh yeah. Now this might thicken a bit. We can always add more water. We want it a little thicker than that. I'm gonna put in the fresh sage now with the broth. We're just heating this through. I'm gonna add the kale in now. This could be spinach also, but you know me and my kale. I also like adding a lot, but it does shrink down, so not to worry. Get it at least to a simmer here so you know it's hot. I'm stirring it just because I know it's thick and I don't want it to like stick or burn on the bottom here. I think it's pretty much ready. Let's taste this. I'm gonna lower the heat just a bit. So luckily, because we only used 1 cup of the leftover cheese sauce, it didn't thicken up to like too goopy. Plus I added 2 cups of water, right? And all that extra pumpkin, which you can really actually taste right now, which is great. Yeah. All right, that's it. Just get it so it's hot. I'm gonna add a lot of pepper on here. I'm gonna garnish it. We're gonna plate it up. Whew, this is one hot kitchen. Check out the pumpkin chowder. I had Kelly's croutons just already, you know, in the bag. Put those on top, a little bit more vegan parmesan, some ground pepper. And I actually get to eat it while it's hot and warm. I have to say in this case, I really would recommend either using the roasted pumpkin from the fondue that you have and scoop it out, or just go buy another pie pumpkin and roast it and throw it in there, because it has a deeper flavor than if you're gonna use the canned stuff. You're not gonna get that same chowdery goodness thing happening. It really is perfect. I wouldn't change a thing. Wow. So how cool is this? You make the pumpkin cheese fondue. Then maybe you have a little bowl of pasta. Or instead, take some of it and make this pumpkin chowder. Very exciting. This is how you level up your leftovers, people. Entirely new meals, super easy. You'll never get bored with me around. I'm not a big, well, I am a leftover fan because I like transforming them, but I'm not a fan of eating the same thing the next day for dinner. That actually is one of the worst things. Not really, but you know what I mean. I hope you liked this new format. Level up your leftovers with Lauren from Hot for Food. All right, I don't really know how I'm gonna say it every time. Working out the kinks here. I guess the other deal to let you know is that I'm at this stage in the game not committing to being here every Wednesday like normal. I intend to eventually get back to that, but I can't make any promises that I'm not sure I can keep. I still have some finishing touches to do on the book actually as of right now, but it does come out March 16th, 2021, Hot for Food all day, easy recipes to level up your vegan meals just like this. Let me know what else you want to do from hotforfoodblog.com or Vegan Comfort Classics, what else you want to level up. And right now, if you pre-order the book, Hot for Food All Day, save your receipt, your order confirmation, like the thing you get in an email from Amazon or Indigo, or wherever you're ordering it from, even independent bookstores. Today, I hoped to have it up, but it might not be today. But anyway, keep checking back and keep it locked to my Instagram. I'll announce it when it's officially available. I am working on a bonus gift ebook for y'all who pre-order the book, okay? So if you pre-order the book, not only are you going to get this free ebook of 10 recipes of just dessert stuff, that's what the book is called, Just Dessert Stuff, 10 amazing dessert recipes, all vegan, epic, never before seen, will not be published anywhere else. So you gotta pre-order Hot for Food All Day if you wanna get the ebook, Just Dessert Stuff as well. Just in time for holidays. It's gonna have some holiday baking ideas, some cozy fall things, and take you right on into 2021. So what you'll do is you'll go to my website, you'll submit your information and your order confirmation number, and then you'll receive the book. So it's probably not up there right now because I probably didn't get it ready in time. I'm almost done, so just stay tuned for that. Also, if you pre-order the book, you will be invited to the Hot for Food All Day launch events, which will happen on March 16th or probably that day, if not the day after. We are planning those. We don't know what they are yet. They're likely going to be digital events, which means you can be from anywhere in the world and have access to these. So pre-ordering is going to be lots of fun, and I'm hoping that I'll have other pre-order exciting incentives for you between now and then as well, whether they be giveaways or other events. So pre-ordering is always a good idea. Not only does it help me, it helps you. It gets you extra stuff, free stuff, access to stuff. I'm working on some giveaways too, some good ones. Okay, so that's enough yammering on from me. Just eating some of this sourdough over here on my fondue platter. All right, I think that's all I want to say. I'll be back when I can be back. Again, not making any promises, but I will take your ideas, so leave your comments below what leftovers you want to level up, and I'll get working on that stuff, okay guys? Thank you so much. Recipe linked below on hotforfoodblog.com. Thank you. Spread this video around, let your friends know I'm back with a new recipe, because I know you've been a little confused. Chris will be back as well. He's got other reviews up his sleeves, and I'm gonna be putting those on here once a month as well. All right, so give him some love. Go follow him, Chris C. Snacks Clark, the official, unofficial Hot for Food taste tester. All right, bye.